Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. As you can tell, this is my review of the Canon PowerShot ELPH. Now I've had this camera for a couple of months and I'm finally getting around to doing the review of it. And the reason why it's taken me so long to get to this review is because, honestly guys, I do not really know anything about cameras that much. I mean, I know some of the basics, but as far as getting the full detail about what cameras can actually do and some of these specs and stuff like that, sometimes I have no idea what they even mean. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you guys the camera a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of talk about some of the things here and there. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, now everyone, taking a closer look at the camera itself. As you can see, we do have the lens itself here on the front. It is a Canon zoom lens. Can't really see it, but it says 10 times IS, I do believe is what that is. It's kind of hard to read it due to the glare. Also, it says 4.3 to 43.0 millimeters. So there is that. On the side here, we do see 10 times optical zoom, as well as the Canon PowerShot ELPH logo on the side there. Now over here, you can see this little dot right there. That is actually one of the microphones. We also have another little microphone right here. Over here, we also have the lamp. I'm not really sure what that is. I just really noticed it was on there, to be honest with you. And obviously we have the flash here on the top right corner. Alright, so on the left side of the camera we have the HDMI and the AV out digital port. We also have the little hook to add the lanyard, as you can see there. And then if you flip this piece up, normally you'd pop it out, but I popped it out before just so that way it's a little easier. You can see the ports there on the side. So let's close that back. Alright, now everyone, taking a closer look at the bottom of the camera itself, we have the usual tripod mounting spot right there, as you can see. And we also have the memory card and the battery compartment. So I'll go ahead and open this up, show it to you guys. Go ahead and show you the memory card that I'm using. I just have a SanDisk Ultra 16 gig. I'm pretty sure you can use a 32 if you want. I just didn't have that option at the time. And then the battery itself is right there. Hopefully you guys can read that okay. So there is the memory card and battery compartment. So that's the bottom of the camera. Alright, now taking a look at the top of the camera, we have these three little holes here on the end. You can see those are the speakers. We also have the zoom button here. If you twist it, zooms in and out. And then the center button on top of that is obviously the shoot button, to take a video, picture, whatever. We also have the on and off switch, self-explanatory. And then there's this little, box that you can see here. That is actually the Wi-Fi antenna area. Basically, connect it to a Wi-Fi and things like that. And you can share it to YouTube and stuff like that, I do believe. I don't know the full details of that. Then obviously on the end there it says full HD Wi-Fi camera. Alright everyone, taking a look at the last few parts of the camera itself. On the side, obviously we do have the 3-inch LCD monitor, or the screen as most people would call it. Over here we have the mode switch button. It switches up and down. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is in that. I haven't really fully understood it, but it's there. We also have the record button here, as you can see. Next we have this little wheel looking thing. Pushing the button on the top is the exposure and the Wi-Fi. To the left is the macro button. The center button is the function/set, obviously, whatever you want to call it. The right is the flash button. Down is the display, what you see on the screen when it's turned on. And then we also have the indicator light here. You can kind of see that. The playback button, obviously, to go through your pictures and videos that you've taken. And also the menu. That's kind of self-explanatory, just go through settings and things like that. Set the camera up the way you want. And lastly, guys, we also have the battery charger for the battery pack itself. As you can see there, we have the nice Canon battery charger logo on there. We have the indicator light to show if it's charging. Obviously, if it's green, it's charged. If it's red, it's still charging. As you can see, I have placed the battery pack in there, so you can kind of see that. And then on the back, bunch of writing, stuff like that. And then we also have the little 2-prong there that goes into the wall itself, which is a little swivel, which is very nice. I do like that feature. So there is the battery charger. Alright everyone, so now that we've kind of gone over the camera itself as well as the battery charger, let's kind of have a few more things I want to mention here. First off, it does have a Digic 5-inch processor, 12.1 megapixels, 10 times optical zoom, which we've seen is on the, it's written on the side of the camera itself. It also has a wide angle viewing LCD or whatever, so you know, when you're doing videos and stuff, when you go back and look at them, you can tell you have a lot more in frame, which is really nice. I love that feature. It just looks better overall. And obviously the camera's HD, so it's going to look better, even though there's a lot more. It's going to focus on whatever you're actually pointing it at, so it's going to kind of blur the background out a little bit. Not a whole lot. In some instances, I did notice it had trouble focusing sometimes. But for the most part, it does kind of, you know, try to blur out what you're not exactly, you know, in frame or whatever. So that's really nice. And also, whenever you put the pictures and stuff on like a computer or whatever, you can tell the difference. It just looks better overall because of that wide angle lens. So that's really nice. Or wide angle LCD, I guess you could say. It just looks better with the whole wide angle. So. Also, it has the optical zoom during video, which, you know, you can zoom while you're recording, which is really nice. My previous camera that I got in like 07 did not have that feature whatsoever. Once you start recording a video, you're stuck at that spot. Really sucked, and I hated it so much. But now, you know, with this camera, I can zoom in and out if I want to, you know, look at something closer, or at least a little bit closer. I can, you know, I have that feature, which is really nice. It's really awesome. So, yeah. Also, as far as this particular camera, I do not think it has, you know, like, different camera modes or what do they call it? Like picture modes, I guess, like where you can do like a black and white picture. I know one used to be called sepia, I think is how you say it. As far as, you know, changing the color or whatever of the screen, I guess. I don't think this camera has that feature whatsoever. I think it's strictly, you know, just normal color, which isn't a big deal for me. You know, I'm not ever going to use a black and white picture or anything like that, so, you know, it's fine for me. But yeah. And then also, as far as the size of the camera itself, I use basically an iPhone 5S, which is what I'm using to record this video, since I'm having to, you know, film it about the camera. But I use an iPhone 5S, and basically the camera, as far as the height of the iPhone, it's a tad bit shorter. I'm not sure, maybe a little bit less than an inch or so, I don't really know. But it's a little bit shorter than the iPhone as far as the height. You know, if you measure it, you know, the height with it the same way. It's a little bit shorter, and it's a little bit thicker. It's probably about the thickness of the iPhone 3GS. Give or take a little, you know. That's, to me, about the size of the camera. Although I think the iPhone is a little bit wider. You know, as far, like, if you hold it the same way, I think it's a little bit wider. But, yeah. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you want to see the unboxing of this particular camera, I did an unboxing on my channel, so if you just go to my channel and hit the search button, and you search Canon PowerShot unboxing, it will pop up for you. I also have a test clip as well up. I will try to put links to those videos in the description as well. And also all my social links are below if you guys want to follow me. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google+, things like that. And any questions or comments, you know, leave them in the comment section below, and I will try to respond as quick as I can. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.